All legends start somewhere. For narrative purposes, this is a land of legend. It's a kingdom where the folklore is as dense as the forests, a place where myth and history are one and the same. This is the domain of elegance, designed and chiseled into the earth by the gods themselves. This is the sacred land of Hyrule, and as the stories have told, its hero is about to rise. And a legend is about to begin. Released in 1987 for the Nintendo Entertainment System, The Legend of Zelda was unlike anything the gaming industry had ever seen. During an era in which most games either scrolled or used one static screen at a time, Zelda's free-roaming gameplay broke down walls in the most literal sense. Hyrule was massive on a scale that was just unthinkable prior to its release, a land outsized only by the possibilities it provided to its visitors. And you know, that word, visitors, it seems like a more fitting label for those who play this game. A living, breathing world unlike anything we could have imagined beforehand. We'd never been to a place like Hyrule. And we'd never played a game like The Legend of Zelda. You play the game as Link, a young boy who sets off on a quest to recover the 8 scattered fragments of the sacred Triforce and to rescue Hyrule's captive Princess Zelda from the clutches of the Shadow Prince Ganon. As later Zelda games would reveal, legend dictates that when the land of Hyrule faces this darkness, a boy clad in green clothes and wielding a sword will emerge from the forest to face the threat. Of course, in 1987, no one knew The Legend of Zelda would expand into a series so abundant with its own lore and mythology. But looking at this groundbreaking debut more than 2 decades after its release, it's incredible how well it fits in with more contemporary versions, not to mention how well it still plays. The Legend of Zelda isn't just an action-adventure game, it's the action-adventure game, and it defined the genre for the next several years. See, you're free to explore Hyrule at your own pace. There's almost no restrictions on where you can go or what you can do. And given that freedom, along with the sheer size of Hyrule and its epic musical score, you really felt like you were embarking on a quest when you played Zelda. I mean, this wasn't just some side-scrolling video game, and you knew that as soon as you opened the box. As you pulled it from its cardboard casing, the cartridge gleamed with a shiny golden twinkle, and by the time you unfolded the included map of Hyrule, like an indulgent pirate who finds a treasure map, you knew this game was special. And once you started to play, you saw just how special the game is. Your quest takes you from bewitched forests and dark caves to rocky mountains and, of course, plenty of secret dungeons. Each of the dungeons hides a piece of the Triforce, so finding and navigating these puzzle-filled temples becomes Link's primary objective. It's a template that remains the blueprint for Zelda to this day, and it feels as rewarding in this 1987 debut as it has in the decades since. It took more than just dexterity with a D-pad to conquer The Legend of Zelda. It took some thought, it took some courage. This wasn't about putting your initials on the high score table. It was about exploring a world, finding supplies, and defeating evil. And in that regard, Zelda's narrative-driven objective also set a tone for the industry moving forward, in addition to its pioneering, non-linear gameplay. This was a seminal moment for video games, but more importantly, it offered a new kind of experience for those who enjoy them. This was an interactive world brought to life like never before, and although we've come back several times with several heroes since, there's something special about our very first visit that holds up even decades later. And there's something timeless about The Legend of Zelda.